It's your boy Zappa, professional stage ninja, and welcome back to Super Robot Wars Impacto. We're finally in for a lot of reading. We are going to test the extent of my congestion, and also we're going to test the extent of something silly that I've done. So, let's just begin. Stage. Somewhere around Nerdall Heavy Industries. As much water is here, there's not as much water involved. This way. I guess that's one of the new boys, because that really looks like, what was that guy from MX? ZEON, whatever. Otoko Raishuku. Let's do this like men. Otoko Rashiku, whatever. I read it wrong. Oh, Otoko Rashiku de Iko. I'm not reading it right. Whatever. I botched it. Sniffling aside. I better make sure. Yes, the mic is on. Looks like some bad guys have shown up to spoil the launching of the Nabisco. Yurika decides to try to leave to the underwater gates, Urfus, and attack the enemy from behind. Prospector says that it's time for everyone to show what they can do, but unfortunately the engines just aren't ready to go. Emergency launch is not possible. And so, Guy Daigoji volunteers to go to the surface and decoy the bad guys away. And he is hype AF. Increase Baka. Huh. I thought there was a voice line in there. Maybe I skipped it. Okay. But since it seems impossible to stop Guy at this point, our people appear to have around 4 turns until the engines are ready to go. Murray's pretty sure that things won't go smoothly, and Uribatake starts shouting something about Guy's hospitales. Something is not right. What could be wrong? Now that's something that happens to all Asteroids. You already lose 1 point for movement, but secondarily, you any Asteroids outside of the gravity range of the Nabisco will lose 5 energy per turn, or per action. Better. 5 energy per action, and on top of any action already costs like 10 energy to perform. Jovians. So any move that guy does is called Gekigen something. We have 2. You think we're gonna watch it? More enemies have arrived. Yurika's impressed and it's fair, but wonders if he'll be okay with that many enemies. Prospector points out that with as few common personas to have, Guy has to work hard. Guy, or Yamada as is his real name, insists on ignoring the warnings of the crew and manages to pass on the Bisco's energy line. Oh, too bad that means that You've moved out of range. Guy is crushed at his Geki Gunger. It's now immobile. A furious Ubatake explains to Guy that his Osmos is powered by energy from the Nabisco. Of course, it stops working when he gets away from the Nadesco. Guy blames this on Ubatake, not warning him beforehand, and berates him roundly. Ubatake is forced to lament the effect that Ostawala's batteries he prepared are going to waste since Guy took the wrong Ostawalas. Meanwhile, Akito's mumbling something about hating being closed up. Hating being closed and wanting to be a cut. Definitely doesn't want to die. So it's more and more likely with the additional enemies popping in. Still 3 more minutes, same difference. 2 ignition and things look grim and Akito of all people pops out in another Ostawalis. I'm reading this well timed. Despite his cookie ways, he happens to have an IFS, which is image feedback system. A neural link is created by nanomachines inside his body, as Ruri bothers to explain. Yurika asks her to keep it simple since the battle is going on, so Ruri says it lets you think something and thereby direct machines. This all should, in theory, let Akito pilot Ostawalis, though it'll be up to him to get the hang of it himself. Yurika has no doubt that her prince will come through. Yurika debates whether or not to go against Akito's obvious resolve to use himself as a decoy. First time he's heard this. And finally entrust Yamada, or Guy, to Akito. Guess Akito's in it for now.
Baka.
There's the voiced Baka that I was looking for. I know I heard it earlier during practice. So fortunately, Akito, first Akito has less moves than Guy, because Guy's freaking nut job. Akito has some moves. We cannot teach him anything without deleting something such as support, attack, or defend, which, if I give him anything, I'll probably lose that support defend. But he comes equipped with 2 batteries. Which was why they were saying Guy grabbed the wrong Ostawalis. They didn't have them batteries. So Akito can go forth and do the moves. Wire guided punch. Barrier does it. And lose 5 energy for acting. That's not what I want. Nope. Save. Okay. Guy can't do a damn thing. But maybe Guy has potential. Guy has no skills. So what's going to happen? I guess I could have used that on the first turn. You're going to sit there. 1 unit hasn't moved, because you can't. Just a sweet one over here, see what that is. And in the meantime, take a drink for your boy. Today is just plain old Dr. Pepper. I've also tried moving the microphone to the other side of the desk. I'm trying to find the ideal spot for the microphone because I don't know if it picks up the AC or if it picks up the computer humming. So You can't touch me!
生きていくためには戦いを終わらせるしかない。激暗ショットだ。
He does it too, but they're not listed in his moveset that he's kicking on. Sometimes you gotta nerd out to have confidence. It's one down. Unfortunately, there's only one guy, and even close enough to try to beat up Guy. Sadly, he can't even defend, he just has to sit there and take it. Okay, so... None of it. Have you been touched? You've been touched. Still more fighting. More enemies show up on turn 3. Fortunately, the Nadesco is ready for launch. Aki was a bit surprised that the Nadesco is a turn early, but Yurika says she hurried just for him. Given all the enemies within firing range, Yurika orders them blasted. Let's go, map. Napla. Napla? The enemy reinforcement adds up to a +1. Akito's hyped up, as are our boys, who literally just show up after the gun is fired. The people what the hell the enemies are since their IFF says Jovian Lizards. Hazuki formally announces himself to Nadesco, whose crew is pretty impressed with the gigantic flying dragon. I keep losing my places I watch the stream. Prospector recalls the Gondor, whatever. Gondor's unshakable resolve in the face of the Muge Zolbados Empire, and gotta remember the Ultra Beast Machine God that ought to be inside it. Shinobu's got at least someone understands what's going on. As we are hyped to sortie. Oh, your people are eager to sortie, although Hazuki hesitates due to not knowing the situation. And now, here's what I did. This is the Diana A. Koji's in it. This is the Venus A. Tetsuya's in it. The girls are in the Great and the Z. I will level them up. Okay, but the map here, we gotta send a couple boys to protect Guy. And then we gotta send the big boys this away. So, okay. Okay, I got it, I think. 2, 3. 5, 6. Yeah. 7. 8. 9. 10, 11, 12. Okay. Where did I leave off? As we sortie, Prospector and Hazuki briefly chat before Yurika introduces herself as
皆さん、私が館長です。V。
the captain. The people are, in a word, doubtful. Dang it, I keep losing my place. This is terrible. It's a big paragraph. Kyosuke stops speculation, saying people shouldn't doubt things right off the bat, but he doesn't think this is any kind of joke. Apparently he's learned not to judge a book by its cover from hanging out with a certain someone. I think that's the other chick whose name I forget right now. Leave a comment below if you remember her name, because I don't. Excellent! Haha! I'm terrible. As doubts continue, Hazuki recognizes the name Misimaru and releases who Yurika's father must be, the Admiral of the 3rd Federation Fleet, Misimaru Koichiro. Yurika's met Hazuki before in his former life as a scientist, and unfortunately Hazuki can't remember her among all the other fellow students. Yurika was quite moved by Hazuki's thesis on human instinct and universal peace. Whether instinct and the universe are connected, we'll have to wait until after the battle. Hazuki's heard of the Nabisco, Nergal's secret battleship, which Prospector insists has been cleared of the Federation. Since Jabro is still offline, Hazuki has no choice but to demand an explanation anyway. There's a certain point. There we go. Both Bernie, there he was, and Hazuki would like to know what motivated Nergal to building the Nabisco, but Ruri reminds everyone there may not be time for that as yet more enemies appear. This chump, or not so chump, is Butcher, the killer, who says the folks in space were fearsome but doubts as much can be said of those on the surface. These new enemies have no IFF at all. Hazuki's apparently heard of these insectiform ships, and just about everyone is now pulling their hair out to get the battle over with. Yurika decides to follow Akito's lead, and Hazuki does likewise. But you're wondering who the hell kind of ragtime band you all are. So, as I spontaneously clear my throat and eat my breakfast, am I the only one that hates how, like, pizza crust can be great when it's fresh, but then it's terrible second time around, and you gotta reheat it? Maybe it's just me. Probably just me. Yes, shoot Zappa. Oh no! Rude! You've stolen my item. Like, I had no way of getting that. So do I just lose it? Is it gone? You can kindly sit right here. Let's investigate. Well, first, let's see if... Free disrupt. Sell. Nobody on this ship has trust. That's so weird. But they can get a hit in.
Lulu-san, やっちゃって。やっちゃいます。ミサイル発射。
Well, that sucks. Items lost. Alright. To protect Guy from devastation. Safe. Get it. we have to see animations with the wrong pilots.
この剣哲也から逃げられると思うな。大視力ビーム。大したことはないな。
Well, that was a nice clean number. Neat. Breakfast pizza complete. Well, you're in the Fortress of Steel. Didn't it say he was damaged? Oh, I was looking at the wrong guy. I'm a stupid. Oh well. Can't reach it. There we go. That's how you do it. And that's it. Guy can't do a thing. We got through the barrier. What the heck?
包囲される前に撃破します。
That's that side covered. Oh no! It's a good thing I healed him. Show 'em what you got. Huh, I was muted. Oh yeah, I know why. I was surprised I could dodge that move, but here we are. More events. This being turn 5, Shohei shows up. This is Shohei. Guys, move that all these people are coming out the woodwork just to save him, but Akito figures it's just coincidence. Shohei and Uchita have grave doubts about the fashion sense of the bad guys, but Aiko tells them to concentrate more on the fighting. I think that's Aiko. The guide says Echo. I think it's Aiko though. Let's investigate real quick. Checking the Robot Wars guides. Oh, that's not the page. Keiko. What is this thing reading? Shohei, this is Kappei. What? This is rude. This guide is rude. This is Keiko. I might have to go through the correct names. Bad guys are pissed off that even more guys showed up for us to fight, this time with crescents on them. Kappei has no idea what Hazuki is talking about when he asks for identification and posting. The rather smug Uchita tries to tell you that this obviously isn't a time for questions. This is why he hates adults. Keiko's more serious about all this, said that the members of the Kami, God family, but that they're here to protect the Earth from the Gaizoku in Zambox 3. Zambox 3! Zambox 3! Go! This mainly serves to fluster and confuse the hell out of Hazuki, and Shinobu says that now the enemy's identity is clear, everyone should just fight. Shido wants to finish this quickly before any more fighting concentrates here. Yuriko wants to attack all the shiny robots on the scene, but Prospector figures now's kind of a good time to pull back. Yuriko's disappointed that her Akito Love onslaught is being cut short, but figures that the Godmother Squad will win in order to arrange to escape as soon as Akito and Guy are recovered. Shout match. There they go. And they're off. Hazuki has lots of questions he wants to answer, but Prospector points out that they have no obligation to answer them. Akito and Guy recovered and the Nabisco runs off. We're left scratching our heads until the Zambox kids remind us there's Phyto. So let us commence to Phyto. Okay. So the first move is to get Great out of the way. That's enough of watching Jim do moves. Oof. But what? No! I thought I had enough. That's booty. I'll solve this problem. Okay, I guess they're hitting him. Bam. 1. Making me mad that I can't remember the freaking correct combination of sounds. because I think I said it and then I don't. And I don't want to catch copyright strikes. Well, not so much strikes as just complaints. And I don't want to hear it. 2. And I think I got a guy over here that can die. Well, up. Can you hit him from here? No, you can't. You gotta move 1 space back. Here. That gives him all he needs. Oh, and now I get 3.
Energy 充填 100%。ガンドール砲発射。
Bang. Critical. Nice. Boss, you're not helping the stage. Sorry. You be killed. If you can get over there, it's cute. Exactly where you need to stand. To do the move that I did last time. There it goes. This guy. Behold, Zambox 3. that's turn 5, unfortunately. But it's fine. We don't need concentrate on every stage. The fact that I've gotten 2 is pretty cool. On the way back. Nice. Nice. Give him a good punch. Oh, he still fires a map? That's fine. At least weak and wounded are not involved. Josuke will be fine. Did you just shoot your own dude? Yes. Well, I guess if you want to be a kill-stealing fucktard, sure, that works. So, first and foremost, heal Kyosuke. What's your 114? Not even close. What do y'all have? Y'all cannot get height, but y'all can increase output. Show your moves. So, where can Mauser? You can get over here. See, I told you I should level her up. Pause here. Here. Because this is going to be ridiculous. Oof. Oh yeah, that's cool. Chunk is support from back there. So let's see if we can still do this in 6 turns. Real quick. No, that's probably too much. Because Josuke hits hard. Josuke's a big boy. And we want to do about 1,000. Ooh. Beautiful number. Save again. And we just may have to put a counter up. Yeah, how many times am I going to save counter? Holy shit. Both can. No, he can't use both. A couple of levels under that. survey says... Got him. Let's... When we drive off, the Butcher says he was just playing around. Cafe demands that he stay and fight fair and square. And Butcher tells him, yeah, don't worry. Be sure to slowly and thoroughly kill them when the time is right. Victory. Leaves us wondering what the new super robot and the new Gaizoku enemies. Kyosuke figures that meeting the enemy has no goal but pure slaughter, which would make them a pretty tough fight. Shiro's eyes. Indeed, they might even be linked to the enemies that the Nadesco was fighting. The ZEON team figures that it's time to get moving and follow the Nadesco. Koji figures that these kids surely aren't likely to turn on you at this point. Ozuki's a bit more cautious, but secures confirmation from Saoton that he's talking to Kamikita Heisemon's Dr. Keiko. Kakita still isn't 100% convinced. Hazuki isn't 100% convinced, but asks the Zambot people to accompany their group for now. Kind of sucks that things are so bad even children have to be drafted. But them's the breaks. As Kyosuke notes, it's probably possible to catch the Nadesco anyway. Hazuki wants to surprise where the Nadesco's in existence. And here you pick the item. I can't remember what I did. Or what I want. I think what I'm going to do is give 15 SP to Bean Coat and another thing. Now, in the practice route, I got all the items, so I guess I only lost the energy tank propellant thingy. But last time I also got someone shot down, so this is the better route. Alright, more talking. Haizemon finishes his explanation to Hazuki and urges his grandkids to cooperate with Hazuki. As the kids trade like bravado, Sarah and Shinobu figure that despite their normal appearance, it wouldn't be strange to find out that their ancestors are aliens or something. Certainly the rest of the alien invasion stuff you've been seeing leaves the possibility open. Speaking of aliens, Koji asks Tetsuya what Daisaku is up to. Tetsuya's heard that he's working with the Londo Bell. The kids are eager to meet this other alien with a Japanese name, but Koji bursts their bubble by telling them the guy's real name is Duke Fleed. Or Fleed. You know, English. A pilot of Grendizer from the planet Fleed and sort of a brother to the Mazinga pilots. The people wonder if the batch of enemies you just saw was the vacant invasion that Daisaku mentioned, but the insectoid mecha the kids called Gaizoku seemed to be something else again. In fact, Shohei has never seen the particular type he just fought, but is pretty sure that they're of Gaizoku origin. Your folks just hope that the Londo Bell is managing to hold these new enemies off without too much trouble. Well, since people are going to space, things should be easier up there, but there's still a lot of problems on it. To wit, the ZEON forces, the mechanical beasts, and now the Gaizoku, and maybe the Nadesco problem as well. Oh, there's also the Reborn Dinosaur Empire too, and Dr. Ho. Shinobu's most worried about what the ZEON are up to, thinking that among the groups that attacked the Beast Machine base may have been a mech belonging to a certain female, someone. Finally, the Minovsky interference is at least slow enough to get through the Rolando Bell. Elsewhere, Butcher is wondering about all the things standing in his way both in space and on the surface. Interestingly, Butcher doesn't know what those insectoid robots were either, but he does wish they'd have done their job better so his life was easier. He prefers his own mega boosts. Just that mysterious flame reminds him not to forget the contract, and that his orders were to destroy stuff. The mystery blob here informs him that those who disobey orders will not get off lightly. Braito, god of hand Noah, is blaming himself for not being able to hold off the enemy single-handedly. But Hazuki says not to blame himself. The codename L-Shank fleet that attacked the Mars Reclamation base is also heading to the surface. The group that the Reclamation Director Hazard has paired to scout for new invaders called the Boom Army. However, they haven't attacked Rolando Bell and actually seem to be pursued by the Boom. Pardon. Plus, it appears that the Director Hazard is hiding something, telling Bright not to worry about Mars despite the attacks of the Jovian lizards, despite... What? Too many despites in one sentence. Plus, it appeared that Director Hazard is hiding something, telling Bright not to worry about Mars despite the attacks by the Jovian lizards, despite their shortage of warpower. Either Hazard is counting on the Jovian lizards' unmanned weapons being weak, or there's some reason he doesn't want two people coming to Mars. We'll have to check it out later, but at the moment, the Jovian lizard attack on the Nadesco's port and Sayaho is a bigger problem. This can hardly be a coincidence. Hazuki has perceived that the Jovians and the Kaizoku are probably separate entities, and both he and Bright figure that Nadesco could probably have run off to one place, Mars. Looks like the Scaparelli project is underway. But then, a different transmission. Our people still don't know what these Jovian lizard weapons are. Shido, I guess it's one of those guys, wonders if they're all from ZEON, but Bernie points out that they don't seem to be ZEONic. Shinobu doesn't care where they're from and doesn't appreciate their rather comical name. Apparently the first time they appeared on Mars, they were observed coming from the direction of Jupiter, since they have lizard-like tails. Kyosuke has apparently been reading up on the databases just quickly enough to sound like he knows what he's talking about. So many mysteries, so little information. Let me scroll a little bit. This other transmission, meanwhile, is from Admiral Misimaru. Seems the Third Fleet is in Europe dealing with the enemy instead of their scheduled posting at Jaburo. Certainly Misimaru was at Jaburo, but they were dispatched on short notice, meaning that Misimaru doesn't know what happened to Jaburo either. We like the Gondor squad to go find out. We appreciate that you won't be able to make it immediately with all the invasion stuff going on, but figures are the only ones who can make the journey at all. Everyone just hopes the worst hasn't happened at Jaburo. Misimaru is rather less composed when Hazuki breaks the news that the Nadesco has left port, which Hazuki and Bright try not to look too askance at. That's a word? Whatever. After some delay, Misimaru is able to tell Hazuki that indeed Nergal has been in talks with the Federation, but that even he doesn't know the details, only that the talks were top level on both sides. Too bad you can't contact Jaburo to ask, but hey, it's at least clear that Nadesco isn't the enemy. Problem might be Nergal itself, and the true objective of the Scaparelli project. At the moment, having the Nadesco add to your war power would be a great help, but Misimaru figures that the help would be best applied to Mars itself. However, when Bright breaks the news about Hazard, Isamaru figures its very presence ought to cause something to give, and he asks you to pass that along to Eureka. Although Jabra is still offline, breathing. Although Jabra is still offline, it's something of a relief to be in touch with part of the rest of the military. Bright will try contacting Nadesco if his people run into it, and Hazuki's people are heading to Space Sciences Lab. Plans to send either Koji or Tetsuya to join Bright despite the dangers lurking on the surface. Looks like both Hazuki and Bright find this whole process of commanding during turbulent times rather exhilarating. Done talking to him, blah blah blah. Hazuki calls for Koji and Tetsuya and explains the situation. The HLV attack to the Dankuga will permit one or the other pair of Mazinger pilots to go up, as well as boss despite the apparent unspaceworthiness of Bora. So, to get the special secret, I guess, mass-produced Mazinger that I will probably never ever use, I will send Tetsuya to space. But to have another boss, I will send Koji to space. Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. Koji to space gets the great. Tetsuya to space gets another boss. Tetsuya, to the moon with you. Elsewhere, it looks like the Nadesco is well on its way, which Eureka says is all thanks to Akito. Akito doesn't think he's done anything, and Guy doesn't want to be left out. Marie reminds him of his battery lossage, and Guy has increasing difficulty maintaining his heroic version of events. Prospector notes that the Gondor Squad will probably be better suited to fight off enemies than the Nadesco crew is, being combat professionals and all. What the Nadesco will have to do is get to Mars to... What the Nadesco will have to do to get to Mars is break through the 6 defense lines surrounding the Earth, as well as fend off any interference from the Vegans or such. It seems that due to the chaos, the second and above defense lines are currently non-functional. All you have to do is get to the first line, the Big Barrier. This is comprised of 24 satellites, 4 of which are along the Nadesco's flight path. Destroying any one of them will let the Nadesco escape. Prospector would personally prefer to avoid destroying anything in the bid to escape, given that the Nergal will have to pay for damages. In fact, if you had the access code to the satellites, you could get through unscathed. Unfortunately, Prospector's a dumbass and forgot. Eureka figures that all you have to do is try punching in the code, and if it fails, just blast your way out. Either way, you'll get through. Rory compliments her on her enthusiasm. Now, can Prospector actually remember Zakoldo? And one more time, back on Earth. The Gondor team prepares for launch, noting that the space is not at all a peaceful place it ought to be. As words persist over the Nadesco, Ryoma? Or maybe is that someone on the... Man, I don't know some of these people. I don't know Dan Kuga's people. Notice that only the Rondo Bell are currently actively defending space. The Greater than Nadesco are on your side, but not all of your people are prepared to believe in it so easily. Kosuke repeats his assurances that there's more to Eureka's bubbly type than meets the eye. Shudo finds Eureka more than a little odd, and especially concerned about Zergal's manager Prospector. Given the timing of the Nadesco's launch and the other incidents on the ground, something big is afoot. And your people don't much like not knowing what. Koji then comes and breaks the news about Boz. Well, Koji, well, I guess Tetsuya comes and breaks the news to Boz about being sent to space. Boz figures as proof of how indispensable he is. Which, you know, kind of, yeah, sure, whatever. You're important. Alright. Fortunately, those results were better than the last time. Let me prove it by showing you the dollar values. Save Yogi. Because as I've been told, money's hard to come by. This run? This was my practice run. 5 skill points apiece. I never put up the skill point thing, so bam, there's your skill point. I gotta remember to do that. I might slap it in post just for the heck of it. But remember, as always, SIEG, ZEON.